Welcome back, Kiwi Yoinkers and all other folk to Sunsaw Gaming. Today we have the top tier 8, 9 and 10 top credit coefficient tanks. So the highest return tanks in the game at these 3 tiers. And with that, let's jump into our first match here. So we have Monster Loves Anus, and he's with his platoon mate here. I don't even know how to pronounce that name, Cubans33 I think. Anyway, he is driving the T26E for Super Pershing. This thing has 190% credit coefficiency. So it is the highest earning tier 8 tank in the game, and you're going to see here, it can be a bully. I mean, this tank can also be a very effective sniper and support role medium from a distance. But I mean, if you can bully tanks with this, bully tanks with this. The armor profile, the armor, for the fact that it is a medium tank, is very, very solid. It can tussle with heavies if it wants to. Granted, they don't shoot at your top hatch. I mean, the lower plate does also become weak to gold rounds and that sort of stuff, but we'll just watch this match here anyway, and you can see what this tank does. So, Monster Loves Anus here is being very aggressive, as you can see. He's going to push up on the Centurion one, and I mean, there you go, just getting those nice bounces, those nice blocks off the front. I mean, the side armor on this thing it's basically non-existent. But when you're facing an enemy straight on, this tank can do wonders. He picks up his first kill there, and he's going to pick up a second kill here on the RU-251 with a very nice ram. And I mean, his team have now got full control of the medium side of this map. This STA-1 is not going to last very long, not with Cubans helping him out there, and also his other teammate. But he picks up a third kill there, so he now has 3 kills. I mean, as you can see, this match has gone very, very well so far. His 2 heavy tanks on the heavy side of the field have only just managed to die, which is alright, because I mean, they held long enough for the mediums to be able to clear their side of the field and come over here to try and sort of help get this the rest of the damage off of these heavies. Very, very nice shot into the T32 there, and a very nice bounce. Now, I probably wouldn't have shot at the prototype there. I would have been focusing on that Tiger, just because it was the tank that was on his side. And I mean, this tank, you don't want anybody sitting on the side of your tank. But, I mean, he's going to do very, very well. 259 hit points. He is a one-shot now to pretty much all of the tanks that are left on the enemy team there. But, I mean, he does the right thing. He does leave his teammate alone there to die. Unfortunately, it had to happen. His teammate done a good thing by holding off the other 2 tanks there, but he chose the right target. He went for the Tiger 2, and he is going to pick up his 5th kill. Now here's T32, who is also a one-shot, and he picks up his 6th kill. Now the experience there, he does finish off his teammate, putting it down to a 1 versus 1. Now, with that shot, they are now both one-shots. So, I mean, this could be anyone's game at this point. He gets a very, very lucky bounce there, and I will say lucky bounce because that experience did shoot for his top hatch. Tries to put it around in, it bounces, which is very, very, very unfortunate. You can see him lifting the turret there, which is also lifting the faceplate of this tank above, towards where the hatch is on top, just to try and help bounce some shots. Unfortunately, the XP fires as well and fluffs his shot. It's all over. Very good match there from Monster Loves Anus. 7 kills, Razini medal. So I mean, that's a damn good way to start off my credit coefficiency replays here. So 119,000 credits. He gets the Top Gun, he gets the high caliber, he gets the Rosini's medal, and very good match. Over 100,000 credits there. And as you'll see in this little clip here, it can make up to 150,000. So, very good match. Very, very, very good match indeed. Now, there are a few other good credit coefficient tanks at tier 8. The Luva sits at 185. And then you've got about 5 other tanks that also sit at 180. The IS-6, the M4A1 Revolutionary, the Panther 8.8, and the O47. Anyway, on to the next match. And we have Nagisa Miaomi. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I can't be certain. Driving the Amx31E Prototype. Also with his platoon mate Zhang Ziji. And I mean, this is a very, very nice tank. And you'll see in this match here, it performs very well for something that actually has low armor. Just because of the actual shape of the armor profile of this tank, it can get some very, very, very nice troll bounces, and you will see a couple of those during this match. Now, tier 9 for credit coefficient in tanks it's not the greatest. I mean, the Amx31E Prototype here is only at 141% credit coefficient, and that is the highest at tier 9. So, as opposed to the Super Pershing, the match before, which has 190, I mean, you're losing almost, 50% credit coefficient the next tier up. So if you want to grind credits, tier 9's probably not the best place to be doing it. But I mean, when you play matches like this in tier 9, you can make a crap ton of credits. And he's doing the right thing here. He's gone up to a position where I would normally go as well. Ooh, gets very lucky with the E100, Yagi 100 missing his shot there. Goes for the track shot, does not take it out unfortunately, which is a shame. I mean, that would have put the Yagi 100 in a whole world of pain. I mean, I'm not sure what this Yag Panzer E100 is doing, but it's getting him killed. So that's the end of him. His teammate's already focusing on the 183 here, and 8 damage from a 183. That's when you gotta love it when they fire the standard HE rounds at you. Should have loaded the Hesh. Should have loaded the Hesh. Anyway, he is going to go around here, and he's going to go after the isolated target, this T-54. He is by himself, and there you go. A very, very nice bounce off the side of his tank there. He does pick up the kill, so he's got 2 kills so far, and he's looking at his next tank, which is, of course, the Death Star. I mean, the Death Star done 8 damage to him, and has a very long reload time, so he is a very, very unlucky player, and that was a very nice shot going into there. I must admit, that was very, very nice indeed. But I mean, he's now sitting at 2,742 damage, and his teammate is down on a one shot. He did just die, but I mean, he again makes the right decision, goes for the lone tank, which is also after his light tank. Unfortunately, he does stop his light tank, but gets in there for the ram, manages to take out the waffle before he can shoot at his teammate. Very weird, dodging around and just going for the right targets. This 54 is about to die. He is now gone. He knows that there's a tank up there on top of the bridge, and he does know this T110E5 is also isolated, but his teammates are going for the one on top of the bridge, so that makes sense for him to push up here like he does. And unfortunately, the E5 does push him behind him here, does get it. Well, it wasn't, I wouldn't call it a nice HE round, but it gets an HE round into the rear of the Amx31ER. Now, this 50B is not going to last very much longer. Again, there you go, a very nice bounce, getting it off the side angles of that turret. And Now there's just one tank left alive, this T110E5. Now the T110E5, in my opinion, is making a big mistake by going after the light tank. But, you know, can't blame him. He wanted to pick up a kill. I would have gone for the higher DPM tank, being the Amx. But just watch this piece of gameplay right here. This is exactly what you need to do to earn credits, guys. If you're in a medium tank and you cannot, like, just keep tracking your enemy, and it will work out for you. Now, he's still 2 shots, 1 if the guy gets a high roll, but he does put him on fire and picks up the last kill for the end of the match. Very good match there, just showing off what this Amx31E Prototype can do and can get away with. So you've got the Ace Mastery, you get the Top Gun, you get the High Caliber, he gets the Radley Walters and the Oskins medal. 6,387 damage with 104,000 credits earned at 141% credit coefficiency. Now at tier 9 there are a couple other tanks which sit at 140% credit coefficiency, like the KPF-PZ Cavalry and the K91, both sitting at 140. So those are your credit earners for tier 9. And let's hop right into the next match. And tier 10. So we've got Perfectionist here today, and he is driving the T95E6, which is the highest credit coefficient tank at tier 10. It's got 150% credit coefficiency on this tank, and I mean, this match here, the guy lives up to his name. It is a almost flawless match. This guy is a perfectionist, and you can see it with just the way he plays his tank. And what I do love about this is you can tell this guy's not playing on PC. He is actually playing on touchscreen, and you can see it in the way he aims, the way he lines up his shots, and the way he gets that damage in, which makes the credits. It does make the credits. Now, his silly teammate there, I probably wouldn't have pushed up and lost all of those hit points. He does pick up a very nice bounce from the Jagdpanzer E100 just off of his top plate on this tank. Now, this tank has one of those funny sort of armor profiles. It does have this giant hatch on top, but only the very center of that giant hatch on top is actually pinnable. The rest of it is quite bouncy, and it's got that very sort of weird armor profile on the top, that boat-shaped hull as well. So this tank can do very well, but it all comes down to knowing the armor profile on this thing, and you can earn a lot of credits in it. So he's going to sit here for a while. I mean, the enemy team here is already 2 tanks down, his team are 1 tank down, and he's already sitting on 1,600 damage with, well, I was about to say 800 block, but it's now 1,260 blocked damage. And I mean, he's just going to continue holding this hill. Gets a very nice shot into the Jagdpanzer E100 while he's trying to cross over there. Does take a bit of a hit in return, but, you know, trading, it's worth it. I mean, he's taken 1 shot for the 2,000 odd damage that he's thrown out so far, and that is entirely acceptable. 3,300 damage, and still counting. Now he sees that waffle up the back there, he pulls out, he gets a very nice shot into the ST1. Now unfortunately, I mean, he's going to get a bit greedy here, and this is one of the only times where he messes up. It takes a nasty shot from the waffle there. But I mean, even with that nasty shot, I mean, he's still alive and he's still at 4,000 damage. Now, you can see that his teammates are worried about the Jagdpanzer E100 that is pushed down the river there, but Perfectionist cannot leave the spot at the moment. He has 3 other tanks that are just ready to roll over this hill. And I mean, this Jagdpanzer E100 keeps trying to get up there. You saw he took a blind shot towards the waffle, which went absolutely nowhere. But he's now, looks like he might turn around and go after the Jagdpanzer E100. It's now 4 versus 5. So, I mean, the tables are turning on the Perfectionist's team here. You can see he was about to go, but he does get lit up. So instead of taking off, he's going to wait for his camo to reset just a little bit before he manages to, he probably took off just slightly too soon there. But again, even though he took off slightly too soon, I mean, his timing was impeccable. Picks up the kill on the Jagdpanzer E100, and he's also in another hull down, very safe spot to be able to continue holding this hill. As you can see, the Amx31E veteran, he's basically saying that you know, the perfectionist is really good, which he is. He is currently sitting on 4,700 damage, and he's still got over half of his hit points left. And this is exactly what people need to do when they're playing this game. Just, you know, making smart trades, not taking damage when you don't need to. Unfortunately, he does manage to clip the rock there, so doesn't get the shot on the ST1. But he's going to keep trying here. He does not get the hatches on top, unfortunately, and his Jagdpanzer E100 is not doing too well. He does see the E75 head and picks up a very nice kill, bringing it down to a 2-on-3, which is now a 1 versus 3. But he has the hit points to do it. He has the hit points to pull this match out and pull a very, very nice amount of credits. Now again, he missed out. He didn't pay attention to the one tank up on top there, and he does take a nasty shot. But because he takes a very nasty shot from him, he uses that time to actually pull out from that spot he was in, pick up the kill on the ST1, and pull himself into a position where he is now able to deal with the KPF Z70. And he waits until he's got a shot before he pulls out past the dead tank there. Unfortunately, the KPF does try to run away, which costs him his life because the perfectionist just shoots him in the rear end. And that now puts him onto 6,547 damage with 1,200 blocked, and only one tank left alive. I mean, if the waffle high rolls, I mean, he could clear the perfectionist in one shot. But there he is. He does get lit up. He has pushed forward aggressively, and I mean, he's still very healthy. He could very well take out the perfectionist here, but the perfectionist gets a very, very nice HE round into his side, manages to turn around and back up, gets another very nice shot into the waffle because, you know, the waffle missed. So he's just going to finish him off. He's going to clean up this game, and he's going to get his 5th kill. There it is. Doesn't even waste a shot on him, just rams him for the finish. Great game, perfectionist. A great game. So that is the T95E6 with its 150% credit coefficiency. And I mean, 8,000 damage, 1,444 return, Top Gun, high caliber, Radley Walters medal, and the Kolobanovs. 5 kills. As you can see, this thing makes a very decent amount of credits. Now, there are about 5 other tanks at tier 10 with 140% credit coefficiency. So that's your 121B, the VK90.01, the WZ1115A Serpent, the Super Conqueror, and the Chieftain Mark 6. All 5 of those tanks sit at 140% credit coefficiency, which are the next ones below this T95E6. If you like this content, guys, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, stay safe, use cover. Cheers.